Through this day, just coming at the way, at this morning, I have a very virginal state over my voice, over a virginal destruction by the stench of perras enfermas, Sodoma y Gomorra, Argentina. Armed Forces Kirchners, PREIN'S, United Evangelics. Yesterday I just done this and happened unthinkable things. Yesterday I just done this video which I were talking to Hebron and to the Council of Israel at the reality of what it is to being with El Adon and knowing the word and being about Adonai. Luciano Troviano never done the reality and always manipulated and went to genocide. And Terdo saying this morning, after the last night video and after the reality this, he were and had forced to destroy Sod-de-Kapumasud and become them in Sodom and Gomorrah to embarrass them to saving Israel. It's the second time there's to doing this. Diablo degenerado. And in the middle of this all, saying that had no choice, pretending to emulating that he were struggled and that he were of the God. And there's to keep on making the same abomination with Perra Sucia brain that with United Evangelics started to taking the last night preached, saying that I stolen to Guillermo Horacio brain. And third to saying like the rest all that everything were right in. And third all night to forge a Reina y Valera revisada of 1958, telling that it were right in there. Everything like I said last night, that were in the Reina and Valera, and the whole as I gave to the Council of Israel, which wants to rape and murder, and to the Hebron, which wants to rape and murder, and disappear to the say, I never said, never happened, never existed, I never give or gave nothing of the God, and I cannot be who I am. And what I say is only till I rest, nothing exists. Even a Citroën Palace, even a trademark Caddy commercial, even whatever the vehicle, even parks, even streets, even situations or persons, or Yorana Edmund J, or justice bodies, or my voice, or my reality, or anybody to giving health, or anyone that I call precious and loved forever, cannot exist. Not even, forgive me that I'm going to say this, the reality of the possibility, let's be refined something a little bit farther. Just dedicated. I already have enough, we already have enough. The clearest of the same of the inskaple kubak techat tesmant to have a plenginancy or a bird, tetlechi to fly. Whenever there comes the blechmet sechal shechanim, or the simplicity of the blefisichmatzchachi cannot exist, and they are going to say what is reality and what exists, whenever I do say. Or the simplicity of Edison would ever develop after discovered the argon with a flush of intkotbotsnach in a very precious daglichti bubble to produce light. Cannot exist. In the middle of the soul, Guillermo Horacio Brain forged with the United Evangelics the preach of last night, saying I stolen to Brain. And if you see the whole Reina and Valera and St. James ain't nothing like I said, except a brief adulter writing story. And the rest of the whole that I gave to the Council of Israel as exists at the Torah and the historical documents and archaeological found is everything like I said, like Adonai said. And they're tired of saying, stolen everyone to Prain. And if you see Rain and Valera, St. James. Oh, we have them in the documents by the Christology, Christologic, studying Christological. We are Christologists, and we have everything He's stolen to us. Como cualquier bruja degenerada, como cualquier bruja enferma, including hacking with perra sucia Sodoma, Policía Federal. We have Eladon. We are all about Eladon, and we are gonna show you from inside of the city, Sodoma and Gomorrah. It's what they are. It's what they dice like, with a pardon of victims. And Sodoma and Gomorrah, Policía Federal Argentina, Metropolitana, Fuerzas Armadas, Kirchners, everyone, with a pardon of victims. It's what they are. Yo dice primero, Torah, Rima Bleche Despoja Lechi. We were the authors, not you or that goes around like in Bleche that we are gonna take what we have rights to taking and we own. Gergili foch met sigeli despot nachlichi pots met zeglechti gitishkat rechamelachni. The same relate as last night in Blech to Bochloch Vetra Rema Blechati after Blech Rema Blech Vishkat Chachat. We don't first. We are authors, not that. Come and do what we tell you. Let's you and kill you. Extending a little bit more for you to understand what I say. And you are gonna know us and you are gonna adore us. Bend on us and make the blivatzi, what somebody called salo. It is not salo. Salo is asilu, sa'elk, mansku, which delivers the reality of making torture on a person, making the offering of the blechati and putting at the person fecals, rotten blechati and making the whole that generates dust with the mutilations, destruction, and whole blechamachali to that sacrifice to work in front of the one that says, gotta understand and gotta know, because of doesn't dance, we do this to them. Oral sex, it is avimut, yahatu. It means the blechna chitzani, make the inreva, let me put inside of you the food of the blefohu, which is the death, in ramati, and thra it. What this does all the time. Everyone. I marked you. And we krab lefbach nemechli gives riple vespotla dechmachlech pachemapli reltachetespa. You will know our glory. You gotta like it. If you don't like it, you are gonna know our anger. You gotta feel pleasure that you died for us. Ribat vlechetishkatcha, human sacrificing, styling, Sodom and Gomorrah. Rape, destruction, abomination, and murder to pretending gods. And PREIN'S. We are gonna say who and what, and this is about the Eladon lechmi kample vechadi del kipo until del katacha Eladon fenski batati. We have the inchati, we have the Eladon ben chumatu. Belfechal chinishecha lemachlaki mesi remoplechasi bepe dechkabasu power. Shelchomot lemefechal chimiti befecho lechati mesalim. En blefecho atzali vishechal remotu reveleseche and fenem. And in the middle of this all, the reality is, after Adonai exterminated Sodom and Gomorrah and the whole abomination with them, Gran, came the promise. Is a fact, and I'm sorry, forgive me the words, which misproper, but so clear and so real. But yes, Israel, yes, God. After Adonai exterminated the abominables came the promise. And Adonai is only El Chai. No other word won't be and won't be. But him, Elohim, Melech, Adonai, Yahweh, Yeshua, Hasaret, Ruach Elohim, Kadosh, 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 Kadosh. Through this fact and through this all came the blachit etzmo plachti and chabesh motzan chalichim echitikesh kat chalichim. And at the moment of lefech botzan chalish macha chalik vafoch leplach tatma expresses the bleche vitzivish botach machali renimi. And chetobel flechatish botom macha chalishacha chilek umafach chalim. Even until the anger to fossilizing batteries to show who they were and who they are easily identifiable, and impossible to fossilize batteries because of batteries are eaten by bugs. But even at the reality of the technology, nobody can deliver bacterian synthesis as DNA delivered into like dust, concentrated, petrified at the more than micronic molecular level, so thin, which you can identify even ribosomically inside, or ribosomically, what class of a bacteria there were. And were found zoobacteria, human bacteria, and intramatronal bacteria, which they had sex with animals, at the skin of them, at the genitals petrified, and also at the like a piece of a rock, flat, like this, everyone. And Grand Whore, bring Crudo, Cabrera, Carnival-Anacondia, supporting them, and we have the God and we are going to show you, and if you don't do, we are going to punish you. They took you and kill you, they are going to be safe. I don't know what kind of a salvation beast given. Because of God, that ain't nothing like going to touch this hell shepherd like you. Gelder volgemaakt lemefecha except for putting them dead. Remot lefecha chalishachinim, remot lefecha chalikitos wachalakam fasi, remot lechan. And Luciano Troviano playing the blech of Ensachit, and says right there that the Torah followed, and heard a murmur around the wind, and the wind came dark, and the darkness came pain, and were like a trefach charichani, and so at the farthest, a blech timotchari, like the figure of a kid, and like the smalik chatumat befentua. And were at the murmur of the wind, saying, and behind it were the blech, and below have seen the blech, and the murmur word, I had to do into them for you to understand that I had no choice to save you, and the heredity of the legacy of and it is said the Torah, and said to Abraham and his Remasi, read in Blechatzevi, Ad Chetze Retzi Retvi Retli Resvi Tzishki Tritzi Rim Berli Rebespotach. There is going to say at the Blin Rabban Naskot Buchu Morphology Behocha Tuma Amuntu Swa. And my name you shall know, and I'm going to be below the Blechi and above the Blechi, and I'm going to surround you, and you shall recognize that I am the one that you should take as the real and Chamachali. I have no choice, and you shall recognize I am God. Or you shall, having the Trebech Matla Vevichenechit Telecentric. Mishkat Chilichim, Betchi, Sechri, Sechmot, Torah, swear, Israel. The whole but Nimaim are exactly this. And whenever he raised his eyes and saw the heaven above glowing through the bleschives motzachines, he heard the voice of the warmth glachini, coming like a balsam and blevechis and flechis shining like a flechisi, and chema blevischet chalish sets he must mean see, telling gamfechli min sivish botan chlechi, I shall not blevechat. You kept yourself at the blechtechi tadosh nemechichinam, remoflechasen chanimesef, shpoat chanech. Don't you go for the blechtia, don't you accept the fechni, and thechli, watch at the skies and tell me how much stars you can see through. Can you count any of them? Remind this, I'm telling you, as farthest you can see, as uncountably your eyes can reach, I'm going to give you as heredity of my name for the reason of my love for you. And you shall know who I am. And the name is Et Chasel Monra. And this is not an illusion, it's not a joke. It's written. And we are through still. The God of Sodom and Gomorrah. Ain't nothing like he had no choice to save. Ain't nothing of Rochalim in the demon that, and nothing I can give of no God because of his exactly Shetaya. Abomination. I never seen, like I said, through long, Mashiach that have to kill the one birthed in cold synthesis to become Mashiach and go into heaven, pretending to say that I am the cause of this all and I curse dead for the reason that should kill him. If I curse dead and is of Eladon, I should be dead already, and Eladon will rise it. Like you have seen, right, buddies? But the same heaven, which they're to saying, were allowed to bring down fire of the heaven. While the fire of the heaven were manifested, but a real word which said, and for the reason of the clear, Adonai shall manifest himself and shall test the recognizement of his and the word of his upon his home or house. And will be allowed say, he is the Mashiach for a while, for the reason of the word that he will rescue and save. Yes. Melcheli Armageddon Yashwenlo 17. Already manipulated, profaned, and resurrected, and made in the whole abomination, and also using blood, which it is not of Eladon. And the Mashiach doesn't open veins and put it blood unless rotten. Belchelish Machachalechim, Eladon Hasruach, and El Chai makes the miracle. Shada. Refachalekim of Lechacha, we forward that the word in the history of Abraham. Arlech vitzim fechal shechelikim fechol chalikimi. Rebel fechal bachen motzwach chadivish bachli. Rebel fochuatzam lechavish petra chalikim aflachi. And always were, and rebel lechet is votem lechet sechal chalishket chalechmitziam. The anguish of lechabatzam lechavitz cheni chalevish bachatani. And came Isaac, and remot lefechal chalishechal chamatzane chali. The anguish of lefech machlachi, and came in remel cheni mesecheni. and the anguish in fechubat from a blechadishkat hanechlechi, and came anchelechives and came blechbatuach shechachalam and anguish again, and chemablechechecha chavechniki, and Adonai delivered in chabat chanichit Yeshua, and oken chali shkevi chetichne, threat, war. I will be killed if you wouldn't tell me. Why didn't you say it were your wife? Are you trying to put me dead? Anguish again. And again war and anguish again. Come on here, Jacob. Come on here, because of your brother is not really at the adoring Aladon and doesn't care a thing. We have a duty to do. Come over. Your father is not going to notice. Campaigns. And again, and again, and again until who is going to take my place? Go and show me who that is, and see, me bring it up. I'm going to judge about who it's going to be and what it's going to be about. It's just a defenseless kiddo in front of my Chitzidachtadi. I'm going to make it pieces before breathe and say anything. I'm gonna make a pact and take my talk. But be faithful, otherwise I'm gonna put you in remember I am the king. And for words, Blatchini, Reshachi, Eladon, Trimoplecheti, SFS, Cheshala, Achimachalem. Run, Melech, run. Ravel Fichitish bottom of Blechatish, Lekim, Chachalevesechadik, Matsuavat, Gaata, Maaptu. And a whole behind understanding, Ruach, persecuted for the anguish and destruction and pain until Adonai made them the final judgment and said, you are no further this. War, and servile, and and on. And few destroy it, which fighted the mercy, like in Gevech Manu, Atmans, Kivichati, Jonathan, Kashechi, Betia, Raimon. And Chevel Fechalish, Bachachalikim, Chachalechi, Batsechali, day after day. I don't want that to have what I have to possess, that globe and that power, that kingdom, that crown, that reality, that name is the glory I have to have. Destruction, genocide. On and on. Rimbo blech, red bloody, montlefe, hibat, embosu, rimalechi, veskwatsa, lechem, battle, necha, dishka, blechadi. And on. Chosafat, ribai, adcheli, emfoat, jeimba, rausu, besiki, rechat, until Chemachelcheni, a besmirched time, trampled the name and destroyed the people. Rimot lecheresechad, Ishecheli, Arab, Matzi, Echet, Adnu, Rimi, Rome. Remachi already we controlled them. Ain't not gonna raise nothing else. Dergevechli, voices rising above the people in Bertachat. Shkerche lechamat lefechani, elavon, brought the plefech metzi fedishachatzi. Iskamen lechat nache metzi chadid mashechachat, mashechi amai. For the coverage, hamatzmach ben Mashiach anachazab. En remmet lechet is kachi Zakaria gemalachim et sechidi shuatzu. Revacho chalachni. Running to the blech betzech masachachachni. And befachat. And Adonai saying, don't you open your mouth. Don't you say. Remmet lefecha chalishechni ki mecheti. Remafecha Maria. Your cousin. Yishvachalech matzachali ki maseret. And Maria, alerted, runs to Jose, Chmaachti, Yachti, that he was Matach Matushwach Baranatsu. Eladon Chemoplecha Chemelchi and Jose. Ehetri Chamaranatze lo, and Chesvechavat Matchinichi, Chamasi. Eladon Chemoplechet is Chali, we belong one each other, we have to be together, please don't you let me on this. Chemoplechet is Vachachali, Malachamatzali Mechavalechuata Beshet. Anita. Gevech Machalia. Lo, Remachli. Ratzeli Jose, don't you leave me alone with this. He told me you. Remoplecha Vespecha Chadam. Remoplecha Veskidachat Shechali Chimitili Cheshechalim. Taken Maria and GRAN to the house. Are you sure we're Malach? Are you sure we're Eladon? We cannot play with this. They are going to destroy us. And you understand that we gotta be careful because of everything that tries telling that Eladon Chatach Machali, Erodiat Limachelechad with Romet Lichmatzi, we're moving all around. Rimaplechesichi. Gran Rabbi Bachmat Mefecheli Teskadi, they are going to destroy the Tichadil El Kaifiach Mati, Kaifa at Redavach Lechadi, Kespotl Nechadi, Shlach Machatmachali Kitchadi. Are you sure? Don't you say a word in Blechemet Raditi Shechalichi, we could have kept each other in Blechech Malati, watch out for the Blechtini, see and Blechmachalichi, and comes Malach, Benflechesh Chatchali. Rocheloim fire, Klepas Matanachad, and Joseph falls in ground in Blechemat Lechedi. Oh my God, in Blechewes Gatlan Nechachalichi, and Malach is speaking again. In Blechet, the overwhelming, the melting Blechewes Vachali, flesh in Blechemat Zachali, the weight of the Himach Chali, Koshbot, the state of Enchata, with no Inchamat Chani Cheshechala, meant Buat, Ma'atsova. In Remat Lechet Ishkachali, understanding it were Malach, and at the night of the Himat Lechet Chini, with not being touched, Maria gets the conception and clothing like a son, and filled of love, and completing Plechet Chini, running to the Plechet Chini, saying, I don't have the Plechet Fi, Yosef, I didn't do a thing, and Yosef crying on the floor saying, you condemned me, I'm dead. You are gonna take like a tushashlut ma'ataf rempofachli. It is not possible. Nobody saw me. Everybody understood I were at home, sleeping, and nothing happened. And I felt the lach bechi on the love fluffes being taking me and chlech matzah. I didn't have nothing in blechat sinchedid. Were like a slip tefeshvatzi in a very loved lechin haditchret tavli tavesh tatsut totzma ansi like a blech matzah if I will ever slip forever in the arms of the Adon. Remaflechasi tefes matzah. I never had no blechef in schi. My body worked in dechamatzedi. I remain in tefeshvat belicheta. Nothing were through my body. Nothing were in me. Chemaflechasaini. Nechalo. And Yosef in tears, rising, taking her, running through the blech. Daddy, let's get out of here. They are gonna kill us. Remotleche vespotlemeblechet ishkatchen echalin, tzeveshvachlechi, sodeblevespodlemeblechet ishmatzvechachalchi, malach, mensari, koltsubelein, bentrimeblechi, despotlani, I'm gonna like it, batingishkat, I'm guiding you, lechmotlechti, remain there for a while, we are gonna do something. And comes voices to the tlechemetlechet, sinesveseri, sodeblevesachi, crossing the skies, and said, that is not a shooting star. We have a guidance from Eladon, and we're called Merucha Manu Maltishki, like Pagain, and used to being Avdana, staying there, Sheyerech, Melecha of Israel, with a Blenchevistri of Ishkel Blechadi priestess, Raviba and Chani. Remot Lecheti Rodia, Remot Lechedi, what those said, get Lemesachedi, Despotledi, bring them up. En Remot Lechesechani, Mefrechid Chadidi, Melek, Lo Melech, en Belchedi Mesechet Timothy Sefe Melek. Afgemet Blechedi Sechemahana, Remot Lechedi Vishvachobachachani, Melu Manta. Bagliki Masechedi Vesi, Atzachi Elavon, Geltgemot Lefechet Espatrachi, Meleu, Amasam. Athefedi Kiachet Matse, Gertli, Irishka, Geltgemot Lecheti, Ambletim of Tivishvotedi, Ganchi Matseini, and the Elchai, and Fese. Geltgemot Lecheti Vishvotledi, Kesefechadi Kali Mashiach ba Maentafesti Melechatli Israel and Fe, Gespatli Erodiakaunu. Remot Lechaveski, Bolefechmot Lefechati Rishka, Remot Lechadia Vespotsu, Melim Baginkima Chalekosbu, Lansini. Adlechi, Vevespodem, Eblechi, Montamechli, Kanseveri, Angeli, Reachudaya Manskua. Geltgemot Lechasini, Mechasi Bentlia Melu and Schene. Remot Lechavisvat Remot Lechadishkat Chalachi, in Shemesi. And shooting star went through the skies at the middle of the night in Tchemelcheni. We got across the Blachat and the sea, get to the Blachani Chidi, and go into Vefachara, Nasiafa, and there's the Malach, not a shooting star. Where the announcement in Blachati, Nasachini, Rematzaf, crossing by, getting to the Drachachti, Nesevishvachlech, Menibalain. And so, Lech Mitzvechatze Shechli, a woman in labor, and a woman in pain for a were virgin. And Remot Lecheti Vishvochem Chalichini, Remot Lecheti Gevechit Smutzani, Moilia, Anchi, assisting, and were virgin. And Blevechim Atzachari were a whisper on a second that she never had no pain no more. And the birthed were the clothing of the love of the all over. Befechi Shechalim, Yeshua were the name. Mashiach had been burned. And war. Gelchili Betsechali Mengila Kimatsulo Bentecha Remechali Chativese, everyone is birthed, male, all around. Where you reach, where you found, bring them to be murdered. I'm not gonna be off of my throne, and no one's gonna be taking what I am gonna be ever. Rebafechati Garman, you are not Melecha. You never were. Revel fecholakum blevechatishkatach, angemechalechi, and I am not Mashiach, but I am Melecha, and I am judge of Eladon. Revel fecholakim aflechetish kevechachalachan, where through night en a day, and ran to the Khvechine Sechini, and Sien. Spectly Befachal Khali Worken, and anguish, and pain, and Blechevitz Machalechi, holding the people, saving, rescuing, bringing the right, the truth, rectifying, all and on and on and on and on and on. And day and night, I'll come unto a me. Remind what I gave you and what I said you would do. At the time Blechevitz Machletishket Chemechalechimini, Mensi Evechedek. Rebel Fechot and Blechetishket Chanichimot Machanim, Achenev. Don't you forget what he told you, what I brought you. Don't you ever let go Tlemefechticha. Fight for the Tlechem Melchini, help for the Blechevitz Motza, Remelechini, Al shall be back at Nefechnitzinive, and you shall know I am. Shvechlichiti Mesechenim, and I come to Abi, and I'll come again to you. I'll be with you forever, and until the seconds to be of the same timeless of the name of his, I'll be with you, and I won't abandon you. Abandon you, service, but is the Blechivitzachi will be abandoned you. You understand Chini Teveshvatskechi. I won't let you. I won't leave you. I won't left from you. Ramot Lechitis Vachamot Levischimachachini. In Befechlichini, the wrong English, at the conceptualization of the morphology of the living. Revechi at Semachalak, and Seveshmot Machanem. Remot Lechevisvechen Chishechalachi Aponrei. In Be'ensech Initzili. Be'inta Be'inik Angeli Natsua Abend. Remeher Chinitvat Desmonsuch Medli. Yishvesi Remachli want left from you. Rinimachli Mesvechadishnatzi. Get gemond Chemechalini Mesefem. And again the word persecution, murder, destruction, war, anguish. And Lechimachi Esechane Gilad Amainku. This is too much power, we are going to have problem, and I'm not going to let go this. To call the Bechi, tell Betchini, Chemetchini, Chivesi, make a Vlechachet, send once in Blevechat to see what those are doing there, which calls the Roman Church of that in Blechemachaliki, come again. Chemotlechati control the main role, because if there is too much power, we are going to have problem all around, and we are going to lose what we have already got. Chemotlechati Sicheles Bechachet. Make something in Blechati, fundate something in Blechati with the Matis, Gimatevechachari, make the Blechati root, abomination, control, domain, murder, genocide, Rome. We have them around permanently. Nothing's going to be recognized off of us, because if they're going to make disaster, they are going to bring disaster, we are going to lose the power. And anguish, and pain again, and war, until rumors all around are coming. The ones that we're told are coming, but one is the one that is going to make the war and destroy us all. Prepare everything and start to I'm taking the throne and I'm taking powers. I'm going to be superior. Let's start in the Blechevisichani. First World War, First Reich, Second Reich, Third Reich, Second World War, and Peron, and militars Argentina. 2 million families murdered in Buenos Aires and suburban, and St. Louis, Jewish, Baperon, Evita. And the persecution all around Jerusalem, and all around where Jews were found and murdered. And witches rising in Buenos Aires, in Toulouse, with Lopez Rega, telling there is a prophecy of our witches, and we call them evangelics. There comes one that will destroy the patriot in the whole Argentina and will destroy us all. We gotta put it like it's gonna destroy nations and it's gonna be a disgrace for humanity. I'm gonna put you this all for you to see it. Rumors, Jewish coming to Buenos Aires saying, Adonai shown us he is burning, he's coming, and murdered whatever to be found by the Ejército Argentino, PREIN'S, and the whole Plechti and Masonry Argentina and Germanian, which remained Nazi all around. And Blechemachali Redemi, where is the Redemi? Redemi, Adonai said, Redemi, we gotta seek Redemi, there are no much, and there is one, that is by the promise of Engebach Lechi, by the one, like Maria. Murdered. 1968, there comes the war. The witches of Ejército Argentino Masonry and Peronism telling, we have a weird feeling, there is something like, I don't like September 7th. A blast of the Blechtrich and Chali Israel got in commotion, there were a disaster. September 7, 1968 in Jerusalem, Rim of 6,000 Jews were murdered and resurrected. Nobody's spoken about this. At the right noon, I birthed 1436, 32, 35, 36, and were in the hands of the mother. Resurrected. Buenos Aires hour. And I'm sorry the pain. I'm so sorry. Rumors all around, and Buenos Aires in shadows. Gotta be around, I don't know why, witches, Alvina, Tarasia, and the angel, with the May Blossom others, the Generalito Sodomita. Galveja de Geni, gotta be around, I don't know why, I don't know where, but we gotta find it. We see that there are coming from Europe Jewish telling their Eladon, the god of them, brought one, and we gotta chase it. They're said to Al-Takti, Masonry US, chase it. Melfechal Chanikim, communications. Rabat gebeltigitis motamachlak umachavats vishar gebetikitiski. Relfetivish motamelech matuana. And Mefechachari, war again, and anguish, threatening all Jewish communities all around the world to dare to sing anything of no and lechet fechadiginiti, and Hamot lechet is something fechadi like Eifetz, Tlekia, and Baki Mansef. And we destroy you all. Don't you dare to call no Nazi around, and nothing like Buenos Aires will ever kill or be run. With Yelspet, direct to Ivel Yaskal. Already Israel had nation and were gave the land. With the trick of Lech Motzechari, Masonry behind, telling we will control this, they are not going to run. We give a land, but we are going to make a contract document, and we will make in the Plefachachalichini with Ishma. Ramboth Chani bringing the war one each other, for they do not have peace, and for that we make Bliviachati World's Council, Masonry 666. Raboth Lechemet Lemesefishachachalichi, Rematzi, Amplefachatsamashulu, anguish, war, pain again. 1973, the husband of the sanctified for the birth, deceased. Gilfach machal decased. Giblecha mablecha vitzvacha sechalim. Remoblecha vitzkivesecha shechmacha chalechimitzim. Ginafechu machlakim mehasev. Few months after, Rembachali, there is no coverage. Letzemblechenachli Gonzalo Blanco from Sefaradi, Costa Blanco, Galicia, España. I don't know, Belechmachalechi Metzich, any union activity, activist, subversive. Belchalechi, can you check around? 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. See the Ejército Argentino, Policía Federal Argentina inside the house. And which, see the barra. I think we have it. I think we do. Gotta be this. Just left. Let's start making what ancestrally we have as legacy they told us to do. Bilburashna, Bilbushbratak, Bilbushbradi, Bilbushbrananta, Atmatsu, Ribua, Nasi, Inini. If you are the God of Israel and this is yours, you better start doing what we tell you, because of we shall kill the whole of the Jewish in the region and whatever way to find them. López Rega, la bruja, Sodoma, y su maldita milicada degenerada Sodoma Argentina, y toda perra, Policía Federal, Fuerzas Armadas, y Kirchners, Perón, Sosica, Tuma, Nazi. Abominables. Rata! Con sus United Evangelics. And legacy of Entremat Lechatishkachi were called from Swiss, France. We have a prophecy, and we know this one is making and came for the Megan disaster. You shall say, we have a lot done. We are the ones of the God, and we are gonna see around and we are gonna pray a little bit. Hocus pocus. Oh yes, we found how much you got for me. What do we arrange? I curse it and I destroy it and I make a riot all over Jew for the Jew to take him, and we destroy him. You do whatever you do. We will destroy him every day until you do whatever you gotta do. How much you give me? Yasvani, Antika, Batantu, Mahanti, Ruidas, and Vloxio, Cristianitas, de Sodoma, like praying CARNIVAL-CABRERA-ANACONDIA, same legacy. The remote Lechaman Chadishkat Chanichini, destruction upon another, a lifetime of witchcraft, suffering, and of an aggro impact. And today, at the 2004 of May, hurried up on me because I had to be awake, and for the reason that demon been birthed, the god of Sodom and Gomorrah, Luciano Troiano, but a masonry 666 project experiment of genetics with Bush, Kirchner, and Taylor and Zapatero right behind. And we still are in pain and anguish. The birth labor woman. What do we do? Remogí and the perras sucias que hacen mi same day set first. Sodoma. And Prein. Ha ha ha! Preach of you, I steal you. Diablo degenerado. Revolveje majali kishmatzechacham. Buenos Aires. This is November 30, right? 2014, 10:57, already at the morning, local hour. Alejandro Mario Blanco Rademi, I give you HTTPS. Falsificaciones romanas, falsificaciones paganas evangélicas, mentiras, engaños, leyenda de diablos y diablas, degeneración de genocidio, creídos de superioridad de Dios. middle DRMF55351, middle cis, middle TICA. This is TUIHKKAT 515534.int, https www. Legado nazi Kirchner Perón, Ramba, Argentina, middle DX1 DFT DLD, middle cis, middle timber. T UI UI N BB ED R X 1319.int, https www. DRMDXDD, propuesta Kirchner al gobierno de los Estados Unidos, y G9 DRMCDFT, middle cis, middle bender. This is P E N N D E R 1913.int, https www. Proyecto Gobierno del Mundo, Proyecto Kirchner Bush Vega. This is UVEUIKAD 13 middle F4 F5 middle Nuestro Maestro en Gloria para Siempre, middle F4 1319 middle cis, middle terdet. This is TERDETT 13.int, https www. Rakal Vanskel. The names R W A D K K A L L, and the name Vanstel. This is UVANSZDEDL. Middle cis, middle Vondret, UVOD N DRTT 1319 cis, middle cis ASI. This is AUIZZE 38.int, F7 the whole, or F9 or F5 the whole complete for systems recall. Last key and cleaner my site, last bleed ISIS in New York. This is already 1100 local hour Buenos Aires, and I am the one that Adonai said I am. His testimony all through the world. And I'm not a preach of evangelics. And you can corroborate here, and with Al-Bencha, Torah is clear, and Christians doesn't Judaize us. And Torah is the base and the source of Elavon. And we gotta be careful about also one's power and possess it. Control. Shalom.